Hello Crusaders, welcome back to the channel. And do you like some Viking cheese? If you do, I have a run today for you. It's a run to form the Roman Empire, the easy way being Norse. So we'll start as the Byzantine Empire, but we will create our own ruler. I have one here. And the important thing here is to be Norse. The rest is entirely up to you. I like to start with these three traits so we can reinforce the blood right away. I'm going with curious because I like the learning lifestyle, but you can go with stewardship or whatever you like. And we have 400 points, so that means we can get achievements. Let's get this started. Byzantine as this kid. And we need a little bit set up before we can unpause the game. First thing is get a good steward and set him to do cultural acceptance. The second next thing is got the strength of the bloodline. Then we go to the court tutor job here. We got a court tutor. And we start learning Greek scheme because as you can see they don't like us very much because we're Norse. You might be tempted to increase the crown authority, but I would recommend to wait after we do the hybrid culture, just to avoid a Greek populist faction. We also need to find someone to educate us. So let's set a genius, all inside. Someone good learning. Let's go with the stranger. Offer ward's gonna be us. It's gonna educate us. Then we change this to learning. We need to find a wife. This part has a little bit of RNG. Sometimes we have better options than other times. I don't want a horny 23 years old. I don't want a sadistic one. Sadly, she looks kind of weird, but she's gonna be our wife. We need an antiquarian. They both suck, so whatever. Now we go to our court and we set up the artifacts. There is a little bit of RNG here too because sometimes you get 3 illustrious items here, sometimes only 2. And we got unlucky this time. And we need to change this to warlike. If you really wanna min-max, you can set up marriages. I'm just gonna do for the night. So matrilineal, prowess. Let's get this guy because we can make an accolade. We should also station those troops. I like to get the full stack of Varangian in my capital because we get more bonuses. Then we just go from there. Let's see what we can get here. I'm looking for Valiant, Vanguard, and Lancer mainly. So we can recruit this guy. And rename this again. Let's look for a successor. And we need to build our buildings so we can increase the men in arms without going broke. I'm not gonna build here right now because it's not part of our main duchy, so for now I'm gonna ignore this thing. And we start with a war here for Syracuse. It's a fairly easy one. So I think we are all set. Or actually we are not all set. We are a kid, so we can do a mid-pierce. And every single run I like to mark this. You don't have to, but I like. I'd also like to mark the invite nights. And when we grow up, the train for tournament too. Let's see if we have the knight for the other accolade. Well, the brave would be the one that we already have. Come on, game. I don't think you can get anything I want right now, so we will wait. And set the flag over here. If you raise the troops in this county, usually they go for the island. I want them to go for the county itself, so we don't need to fight with disembarkment. We are losing gold, but if you go here and change to organized army, you will be fine. Okay, here they come. Gonna wait for disembarkment penalty to go away. Should be fine now. Let's attack them. Okay, the mid period is over, so let's invite some knights. And beat them again. And the war is over. And let's do a feast first, like we are negative in prestige and we can increase opinion with the vessels. And go learning. I like to go scholarship and get open-minded as soon as possible. That's gonna help us to hybridize the culture. And the next step of our plan is get ourselves a pilgrimage done. We have a caravan master that does not suck. Kinda don't. And we need captains, guards. Then we go by sea. We go Rome first. Then the way back, it's also by sea. So it should be fairly safe. We can declare our first war. It's going to be for the Dutch of Palestine. Let's raise our troops over here and change this so we don't go broke. Let's build a trade port. Here we cannot build a trade port, so I'm gonna build this thing here. Now split the troops, go for the war goal. Okay, you got open-minded. I like to hybridize when we have around 50%, but you need to pay attention. If you get a faction of Greek populists, you should do it right away before it fires. Because usually when you get that, you get almost, if not all, your vassals against you. That's the only way to win. If you get super lucky and you capture the leader of the faction the first battle. They got the first dynasty legacy. I like to go for blood. And the war is over. Took a lot of time because we don't have siege engines, but it is what it is. We can convert faith, we can increase control, and to help with the control, let's get a seneschal. We can raise a runestone, it's gonna help for control too. 0.2 per month. Okay, so actually instead of converting this, I'm gonna set him to fabricate a claim on Rome. And we should keep building our domain. And we got lucky recruiting the knights, so we can create a vanguard acolyte that's pretty good for our composition here. And we are pretty close to... oh, we got 50%, so let's create the culture. For traditions... we can do this. Let's see how many innovations we need to do. Oh, yeah, no, I don't want to see the Norse one, I want to see the Greek one. Okay, 4 to go, so that's gonna take a while. So I want to check that to see if I want to keep 5 traditions, 5 out of 5, or 4 out of 5. The difference is if you keep 5 out of 5, you can only add 1 when you go to the new era. But if you select only 4, you can add 1 as soon as you have enough prestige for it. So we're gonna keep 4. That means we lose this. Okay, that should be good. Let's make Norse, can be Norse. It can be both. Okay, should be fine. It spread out more than I would like to, but it's okay, I suppose. Now we can finally have some onagers. Let's station them. Okay, now it's actually only 2 innovations that we're missing. So I'm gonna stack the exposure and fascination to get this done as quickly as possible. Okay, we have our siege weapons, so let's declare war for Rome. This should be a fairly easy war. So let's keep some levies over here, and we go beat them up. We leave some levies so we don't lose the progress. Okay, the war is over. Okay, now we can attack the Absids again. That's our current man at arms. Should be enough. And we're gonna declare holy war for duchy. And it's going to be none of this. Oh, they made our life easier now. Can just steamroll this dude because I want Antioch. And now we have enough to reform our culture. Then we add this very balanced by the sword. And it's gonna take like 30 years to be implemented because our culture really spread out. If it was only like our main duchy, it would be like 10 years. I got a little bit unlucky. Okay, so I level up a little bit by men and arms. This should be more than enough to take Egypt. So I'm gonna start creating the titles that we need. Oh, we ran out of gold. So we need another 1000 gold. And I landed all new vessels here from my culture and faith. I'm gonna keep this duchy because the buildings they have, it's pretty good. And sadly, we don't have enough piety to take the decision, man the Great Schism. So I'm gonna do a quick pilgrimage, I suppose. We are religious icon, so we can mend the schism, but now you kind of need to take a decision before you do that. If you want to be really meta, you want to have prophet and a decent chunk of piety like we have. So then we mend the schism, then we create a new religion. First we will convert to Christianity over here because they are pluralist. They don't have a head of faith. So we convert. Now we mend the Great Schism. So now Christianity is the main Christian faith, right? So I'm gonna convert back to Orthodox. And now I'm gonna create a new faith. So that's what I came up with. Lay clergy, fundamentalist, temporal, then everything is criminal. Allowed marriage, temporal revocable, with mendicant preachers to increase conversion. This one you can pick other stuff you want. I got armor pilgrimage mainly because of the cost reduction for holy wars and the accolade glory gain, but you can get other stuff like pursuit of power or what's the name of that? Increases prowess. Unrelating faith is pretty good too. It's up to you. And communion because that's free gold. And who doesn't like free gold? Now it's kind of important that you make sure all your vessels convert, or at least most of them. So I had to send a couple gifts. And now we can pray the faith. I had to reset my perks, by the way, to get Prophet. So after converting, go to the character finder, set direct vessels and not your religion. And you should just send people away. After we create our own faith, it's good to chill out a little bit so you can fight the populace. They are gonna keep rising until all the land's converted. And that's gonna take a little while. And one of the main reasons that we added the mendicant preachers is to help that. Don't forget to convert your own land. And also don't forget to keep building. And when you feel the realm is stable, you can start declaring wars to get everything that we need for the decision. That will be most of Serbia, Croatia, and most of Italy. And we got unlucky. We got incapable. 59 years. Who's my regent? Oh, it's my heir. Okay, not so bad. Oh, we escaped. I think that's like the second time I got a 2080 like that and I escaped. So finally, by the sword, it is active. So now we just conquered a decent chunk of land here from the Aglabid, declaring a holy war for kingdom. Now things are gonna... the progress will speed up. Just keep lobbying and keep an eye on the factions. Like, we have a faction that will fire, but as you can see, it's just 2 counties. Now I'm gonna get the second one for pillage in the Dynasty Legacy. And things are going pretty well. We are missing a couple counties here in the Croatia region. Then we just need to take most of Italy and we should be good to go. As you can see, we are missing a little bit of Croatia, Tunis, and the rest is in Italy, but should be fairly quick to get. They are all very small, very weak. Basically, at this point in the game, nothing can stop our army. And honestly, doing these cataphracts was a mistake. I should have done more siege engines, because the heavy infantry is more than enough to beat on everything. So I'm gonna keep lobbying. And oh, in my lifestyle, I did not pick any of those trees, so any of these 3. Because I don't wanna live to 100 years. Like, we're already 69, and we have fine health, so we don't need those perks. AIDS is the second time. Maybe we can survive again. And we did. Twice in a row. Now we are 74 and we are almost there. See, the eye cannot fight this. The Varangian, they are just extremely strong. We just need to be aware of the offensive war malus. Like right now is minus 56. I have no patience with these guys anymore. Gonna just start fabricating claims here and get rid of them. And we keep blobbing and we are super close to get the decision. We need Genoa, we need Venice and Tunis. And now we have everything we need in Italy, but I would really like to be able to get the kingdom, so we are missing 7 counties. The easy way would be just get all those weak dudes over here, but there's no fun doing that. So let's use our buy the sword and get a bunch of land here. And we got lucky, we got the Dutch claim on our first try to get rid of this annoying vessel over here. So we will do that after this war. Well, let's make sure we can get rid of this guy and all his sons. This barony, and 2 counties. This we can grant independence, and this kid I'm gonna fabricate a claim to revoke his title too. It's time for our last war. Let's go for the kingdom. And straight to the capital, try to get a capture and end this right away. Okay, oh, seriously? He escaped immediately. That's okay. We are so close of doing this in one lifetime. Actually, we did in one lifetime, but I want to clean up this mess over here, and I want to get rid of this other vessel. So I'm gonna actually spend the points that we have. Just to make sure we won't die. So let's start the cleaning up over here. So that's it, guys. We are with poor health. We're probably gonna die soon. Our borders look pretty decent, like we could conquer both of these duchies just to make one single thing. But should be fine, we can take the decision. I guess I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna leave the save file in the description. So if you enjoyed the video, you can keep playing this and go for world conquest or whatever your heart desire. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a comment. That really helps the channel. So thank you for watching, and I see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.